What's good, YouTube? It's your boy, Blue Blood Sports TV, back at y'all with another one. So, four-division world champion, Mexican superstar boxer, who is widely considered the face of the sport of boxing. Top 5 pound-for-pound best fighters in the world. He is the undisputed super middleweight world champion. That being none other than superstar boxer Saul Canelo Alvarez. It's now 60 wins, 2 losses, 2 draws, 39 big wins by way of knockout. He is 33 years of age, 5'8" with a 70-inch arm reach. With that said, Canelo Alvarez once again adds another world champion under his belt. And that world champion being 3-time junior middleweight world champion, former junior middleweight undisputed world champion, now the unified junior middleweight world champion, superstar boxer JERMELL Ironman CHARLO, who is now 35 wins, 2 losses, 1 draw. He is 19 wins by way of knockout, 33 years of age, 5'11" and a half with a 73.5-inch arm reach. He beat him. Canelo beat him. Won, in my opinion, every single round outside of the 5th round. He dropped him in the 7th round. Dominating performance for Canelo Alvarez. And everybody wants to know what's next. And everybody keeps throwing out one of 2 names. That being undefeated, 2-time WBC super middleweight world champion, Mexican Ecuadorian superstar boxer, the Mexican monster, David Benavidez, who is 27 wins, no losses, no draws, 23 big wins by way of knockout, 26 years of age, 6'2" with a 75-inch arm reach. David Benavidez was considered the best super middleweight in the world before Canelo Alvarez decided to make 168 his home. And he never lost, obviously. He lost his belts on the scale and due to recreational use. Right? And so he was the mandatory challenger for Canelo Alvarez. He's been calling out Canelo Alvarez. His father, trainer, and manager, Jose Benavidez Sr., has been calling out Canelo Alvarez. The boxing fan and the boxing world has been calling out Canelo Alvarez to make this fight happen. Everybody's eager and anticipating seeing this fight. And now it looks like it could be on the verge of actually happening. As Canelo Alvarez, after this victory over Jermell Charlo's just seen enough. He's heard enough. He's had enough. And Canelo Alvarez does an interview to which Canelo Alvarez says, I'm tired of people saying it. I'll fight him. I'll fight anybody. Make it happen. I don't give a blank. That's the second time. He said it in his post-fight interview in the ring when asked about fighting David Benavidez. He said, I don't care. Anybody, whoever. I don't give a blank. I'll fight anybody. I just love boxing. Line him up. I'm the best. Nobody could beat this version of Canelo Alvarez, is what he said. And so then again, in his post-fight press conference, as he's leaving, a reporter of Mexican descent asks Canelo Alvarez again about fighting David Benavidez, and he just had enough, and he snapped. He said, make it happen. We can make it happen. Now, obviously, there's a roadblock standing in the way, and that roadblock being undefeated, 2-division world champion, superstar boxer, who is now a super middleweight title contender. And that's a guy who's also been chasing down Canelo Alvarez. And that's a guy who's been chasing him down for, now this is the 3rd weight division he's chasing him down. And that's Demetrius Boo Boo Andrade. Demetrius Andrade was trying to chase Canelo down since 154 when they both was there. When they both was at 160, and Canelo Alvarez only needed one more title, which was Andrade's title, to be undisputed at middleweight. And he chose to opted to go in a different direction. And now Andrade is at 168 with Canelo Alvarez. Andrade is 32 wins, no loss, no draw, 19 wins by way of knockout, 35 years of age, 6 feet tall with a 74-inch arm reach. And he's a southpaw that's skilled, elusive, athletic, and explosive. Now, the thing is, it's being reported that we're going to get Demetrius Andrade versus David Benavidez November 24th. So now we know Canelo Alvarez, he went viral when Demetrius Andrade invaded his post-fight press conference after he beat Caleb Plant for undisputed. Demetrius Andrade, he invaded it, and Demetrius Andrade said, when am I going to get my opportunity? And Canelo Alvarez went absolutely viral when he responded to Demetrius Andrade by telling Demetrius Boo Boo Andrade, payday, you want payday? I know that. That's what Demetrius Andrade stated to Canelo Alvarez. That's what Canelo Alvarez stated to Demetrius Andrade. He said, you did nothing. You fight nobody. Get out of here. Who have you beat? Payday. You want payday? I know that. Now Demetrius Andrade has the opportunity to prove that he don't want a payday. He's actually looking to fight the best. And he's looking to build his legacy. So he's not actually looking for a payday anymore. He's actually looking to build his legacy by proving that by beating David Benavidez, which is a bad style matchup for David Benavidez. But also David Benavidez is a bad style matchup for Demetrius Andrade because he has extremely high work rate. He has extremely fast hands. He's almost 10 years younger. He's 2 inches taller. He has a 1-inch arm reach advantage. And he has an extremely high work rate. And Demetrius Andrade has been extremely inactive, especially at the highest level. David Benavidez has a lot of confidence. The last guy he just simply beat Caleb Sweethand Plant. That was the biggest fight in the division, again, before Canelo Alvarez decided to make 168 his home. The fight everybody wanted to see in the unification bout was Caleb Plant versus David Benavidez. That's the fight that the world wanted to see. And unfortunately, it didn't happen until after Caleb Plant got knocked out in the 11th round by Canelo Alvarez for undisputed, and David Benavidez was stripped of his titles. Then they fought with no titles on the line. Entertaining fight. Caleb Plant was outboxing Benavidez for the first half of the fight. And in the second half of the fight, David Benavidez' pressure, active work rate, extremely high work rate, it started to break Caleb Plant. And then Caleb Plant was excessively holding, and the referee didn't pull his card on it. But he won. He beat Caleb Plant. So his confidence is at an all-time high. He's a knockout artist. He has fast hands. And Demetrius Andrade is a relatively inactive fighter. And he hasn't fought at this level. This is actually the biggest fight of his career, Andrade. Right? At this level. He last fought January of this year against Damon Nicholson. Prior to that, he didn't fight in 2 years, since November 2021. He fought twice in 2021, once in 2020, and twice in 2019, once in 2018. He's just inactive. And he's not fighting at the highest level either. That also plays a major part in it. He's just simply not playing. He's not very active. And so with that said, right, this is a tricky fight for both guys because the way Caleb Plant was outboxing David Benavidez, can Demetrius Andrade, who I believe is a better boxer than Caleb Plant, and has a lot more power and a lot more explosiveness, can David Benavidez, with the area he lacks the most is his foot speed and his defense. He got hit a lot against Caleb Plant. If you get hit like that against Andrade, he could get knocked out. But also, if Andrade starts getting hit over and over and over again with that work rate and start to fatigue at this level, then he could possibly get stopped. We've seen him on the canvas and we've seen him hurt before. So it's a tricky fight, and they both have a lot on the line, the winner, because it looks like more than likely the winner is going to get the Canelo Alvarez fight. Now, there's another guy. I said there's one or two guys, and that other guy is undefeated 3-division world champion, former junior welterweight undisputed world champion, now the reigning undisputed welterweight world champion, who's widely considered and acknowledged as the #1 best pound-for-pound fighter in the world, in Terrence Bud Crawford, who is 40 wins, no loss, no draw, 31 big wins by way of knockout. He is 36 years of age, 5'8", with a 74-inch arm reach. He's been calling for a big fight with Canelo Alvarez since coming off the biggest win, most lucrative win, marquee win And the biggest statement that got him widely acknowledged as the best fighter in the world, July 29th, Las Vegas, Nevada, when he defeated the former unified three-belt WBA, WBC, IBF welterweight world champion superstar boxer Earl the True Spence Jr. Terrence Crawford's been calling for that fight. Now, he's 3 weight classes below Canelo Alvarez, and it don't seem like well-renowned two-time trainer of the year and longtime trainer of Canelo Alvarez, Eddie Reynoso, has much interest in stocking fighting Terrence Crawford, which means that they will more than likely go in the direction of fighting the winner of Demetrius Andrade and David Benavidez. And now that Canelo Alvarez is saying, bring David Benavidez on, he didn't mention Demetrius Andrade because, let's be frank, nobody is calling for a Demetrius Andrade-Canelo Alvarez fight. And most people think that Demetrius Andrade is going to lose to David Benavidez. And David Benavidez and Canelo Alvarez, Cinco de Mayo weekend, two huge Mexican superstars, well, that speaks for itself. This is a winnable fight for Canelo Alvarez as well, David Benavidez. And he's chasing to beat Floyd Mayweather's record of beating more world champions than anybody in the history of sport of boxing. Floyd Mayweather has beaten 23. He's at 19. So either which way he goes, if he fights Andrade, Andrade's a former world champion, that would be number 20. If he beat David Benavidez, he's a former world champion, that would be number 20. And if he fought and beat Terrence Crawford as well. So whichever guy he chooses, he's looking to create history. So now he says, bring him on. He's tired of all the chatter, tired of people saying he's ducking David Benavidez. But again, like I said, David Benavidez had to get past Demetrius Andrade, and he better not be looking too far in the future because that's how upsets happen. And that's how it gets derailed. So let's see how this unfolds and plays out. But that's all I got for y'all. Make sure you hit the like button. Drop a comment in the comment section. Let me know what y'all think. Y'all already know what it is. It's your boy Blue, Blue Blood Sports TV. Hate, like, comment, and subscribe. If you haven't subscribed, hit the subscribe button. Hit the like button. Hit the bell icon to get all the new notifications. Follow me on Instagram at Blue Blood Sports TV, all one word. Y'all already know what it is. Your boy Blue signing off. I'm gone. Peace.